welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing an updated daily routine, what I wear to work, usually Monday through Friday, where it's a little more toned down and neutral, not so bright and colorful, but this was actually a request from one of you guys. So we are doing that today, and I'm showing you the products that I'm using. Some of them are new, some of them are just holy grails that I've kept in my collection and continue to use. But before we jump into it, if you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below, hit the bell for notifications of new videos, and if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. But if you want to see how I got this look and what I wear on a daily basis, just keep watching. Morning, you guys. I have been asked to do an updated everyday makeup routine, and Monday through Friday, for the most part, I have work and I'm active duty military, so I have to keep it fairly neutral, but I have been using some different products in my routine. Some things are new, some things are not, but I just figured we would get ready this morning. I have a little bit extra time because I got up early and it's nice and bright outside. But I do have 3 palettes on my desk right now that I am keeping in rotation. I did start out with my P. Louise base. I need to repurchase this. It's in shade Rumor 02, but the P. Louise site is currently out of stock on that one. But one of the 3 that I've been reaching for is the Smashbox Envolata. I love this packaging. This is the Petal Metal eyeshadow palette. I'll usually start out with this tan shade, I'll go to the brown, and then this shade right here. Super simple, easy, 3 shades, good. The NARS Uninhibited palette, it is shattered, which is why it stays on my desk. I have mashed the shade back into place, but I'll use these 2 shades, and if I want to deepen it up, I'll use this one. But then this very beautiful champagne shade, because I keep it fairly neutral. Now the one I'm using today, and it is one of my favorite palettes, I think it was part of my January favorites. This is the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette. I love this color story. It's very neutral and beautiful, but the shimmer shades are stunning. I am going to start out with this shade Vague. This is going to go into the crease area. I also don't use as many brushes as I do if I'm doing like a colorful, because I want it more of a wash of color than a like stamped on there impactful like deep smoky eye. But I will put this shade in the crease and in the outer V. And it looks like there's not a lot there, but there is, only because like you can see some of the definition now. I'm gonna go into the shade Tender ever so slightly, just a little wash of gray, bringing it a little bit lower in the crease. Ever so slightly into Silhouette. Just dipping in, so slight. Just tap tap. I'm just going right here. Just a little gray with a little bit of that pink. Now I'm going to take the shade Muse. I'm going to do this on my ring finger. It just looks so wet and beautiful on the eyelid. To get into the corner a little bit on a dry brush, I'll pick it up as much as I can. It's kind of like little flakes. Just a little bit of shine. Okay, for primer, one of my go-tos, especially in the winter, is the Laura Geller Speckle Skin Perfecting, but then I also use my Tarte Timeless with it. Even for being super oily in the spring and summer, my skin needs all the hydration in the winter. And I even like hydrated with my skin prep too. many of my lines as possible. Alright, I've talked about this foundation a couple different times, but I haven't used it recently in a video. This is the L'Oreal Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation. This has an SPF 50 with antioxidants and concentrated serum. I have mine in Sand 70. I do like that I can just like literally draw it onto my face. If I need to add more, I can. But it is so lightweight and comfortable, and to wear to work is just nice, and it doesn't feel heavy on the skin. And like, you see that it just covers the red, but it's not so concealing that you can't see like some of my little like beauty marks, whatever you want to call them. Like this side I might need to add more, only because I didn't put a lot, but we'll see. Although I do still have concealer, so. I do still love my L'Oreal Infallible, which I just saw on Trend Mood that they reformulated it for a 32-hour wear, and I think they're doing like a little more luminous. I will pick that up for sure. This concealer is not new, and I actually just went and repurchased it in a new shade. It is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Multi-Use Concealer. The one that I had before was super light, and I only had like this much left, and I was like, ugh, I feel horrible like wasting this, but at the same time, like it was not the right shade. So of course, actually, we are gonna use this. I like got ahead of myself. I still have contour, bronzer, and my blush. I haven't even opened it, and that's just what's still like in the sponge. So, and this is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour Wand. Subtle, not overpowering. I'm going to work. I had to put the uniform on, so I don't want anything too crazy. I do have my LYS No Limits bronzer in Harmony. That should be all that I need. I took it up to, oh, I took it a little bit higher than I needed to. And see, like that's the thing is, when I pull my chin up, it's a little bit higher, but it looks fine when it's relaxed. Now I can use my concealer. This little sponge can hold a lot of product, so I haven't twisted it up. So I just pat it on there until I need it. It is the prettiest finish though, and at the drugstore. It's such a good concealer. It is very lightweight. Besides that one, I know I talked about it in my January favorites. I have been using my Natasha Denona High Glam nonstop. But when I re-picked that up, I was like, oh, I need to use this because it is a very nice concealer. It's so nice. For powder, I'm going to use my Huda Beauty. I have it in the shade Pound Cake. I did just purchase the Peach Pie, so I'm waiting for it to show up. But prior to that, we're going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Matte Beauty Blush Wand. This one is in Peach Pop. I really like this one. Not too heavy-handed, only because I'm going to work. But I'm just dabbing it where I want it. It'll blend out really nicely, and then when I put powder on it, it's just going to look like my skin has a natural flush and a kiss of peach. I do like having it up in the temple, even though I just put like bronzer and contour there. Like, preference. Just a really pretty like peach flush. If I wasn't going to work, it would be a little more intense. Just a really pretty peach flush for the cheeks. Like, the packaging's a little intimidating. It just looks like it's going to be orange. It's not. Trust the process. Even though it's a serum, it has not sink into my lines down here, which I appreciate. It started to kind of right there, but that one's like the Grand Canyon on my forehead. It's okay. It's fine. Huda Beauty Easy Bake Setting, whatever. I can't ever remember the name. It is such a mouthful. It's going to smooth it out so I don't really see it. Alright, now whatever powder is on my face, we're gonna let it set for a second. Alright, and then I'll go and brush it away. Now the one nice thing, so I'm not adding any extra blush, but I'm gonna go back on top of the powder with what's still left on the brush. And it will bring back some of that color. Just a peachy flush. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too like berry, or there's some intense blushes out there. It's subtle. Alright, let's finish off this eye. So for the under eye, I'm going to go back into the shade Vague. Just going to use my small compacted brush. I'm going to tap it into place before I start blending it out. and then into Tender. And on my fluffy crease brush, also in that shade, but I'm not going into the darker shade Silhouette. Cute, subtle, with some liner and mascara, it's gonna be very beautiful. But this is this is subtle for work. Okay, for highlighter, one of the ones that I have been reaching for nonstop, this is the Revlon Skin Lights. I have mine in Daybreak Glimmer. I still just put like a light brushing of it on my brow bone. It's there, it's just a little toned down from what I normally do. Alright, need to do brows. I actually have an appointment this afternoon to go get my brows waxed and tinted. I'm just using the Melt Perfectionist brow pencil. I just, along the side of my nose, flick it up, and that gives me my starting point. Just doing that bottom line and flicking through right here, define that even more. And do I need to do the rest of it? Probably not, but I want them to be a little more defined. And like right here, I have like a weird gap. And just like that, I can see where the lines are, or where the hairs are supposed to be. I can fill them in as much as possible. And even then, there's still some like blondish hairs up here. But I won't do all of this until I get this side done, because this side has more hairs and a little more bushy. We got the start of it. So looking at the mirror that's right underneath the camera, I can see that this one needs to be like flattened out a little bit. I went too high with the arch on the bottom. So like now I can see that this eye or eyebrow has more of the hairs. I'll just flick through it. They're related. I don't know that they're twins right now. And then I just take my Benefit Fluff Up Brow Wax. Bring it backwards. And just makes them all fluffy. Wow, that one's really fluffy. Haley's always asking if I want to have my brows trimmed, and I'm like, nah. I might need to today. Like, they're really, like, intense. Alright, a little more toned down, but whoop, those were intense earlier. Alright, so I did have a follower ask if I could do nothing on the lash line, the waterline, but do lots and lots of mascara. I was like, alright. I don't know that I like not having liner. I'm just gonna, I've been doing the Pixie by Petra matte, like, nude. I'm just not gonna do that today. I'll do the ink liner right there and call it a day. Alright, so Urban Decay 24/7 inks. This is one of my favorites. I will try and do my liner the best I can on camera. The lightest liner. Get more of a point on this side because it was a little dull. But that is the smallest liner I can do, or I'm willing to go with. Alright, and then curl the lashes. I love the Huda Beauty One Coat Wow. This is one of my favorite mascaras. Alright, that is just one coat. It says one coat, and I've tried it where I've done a second coat. I'm like, I didn't really need that. I'm gonna do it because the request was no liner. Well, I went with no waterline liner because I still like the little wing. And lots of mascara. And cool, I'll do lots of mascara. I don't know that this mascara is gonna want to do lots of mascara. mascara. If you haven't tried it, it is one of my favorites. Most likely there is music overlaid on this part of it where I'm not talking, but there, I don't know if the camera speaker would have picked it up, but it had, someone just came through and they honked their horn, and it's like a melody horn. It's like do 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 do, and I was like, the heck is going on? Never heard that before. Oh, that was too funny. Alright, so this is no waterline liner, a very thin cat eye, and then lots of mascara. I'm so tempted to put waterline liner on. Alright, for setting spray. Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. This is one of my favorites. Alright, for lips, I've just been lining my lips and doing lip gloss. This is the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in Wherever Walnut. Really pretty, like nude brown with like a pinky undertone. It's just so pretty. It just looks like your lips, honestly. It's so beautiful. I've talked about, I hate lining my lips, but this shade is actually really good. And I do not overdraw them for work. Then I have the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip. This one should be rose. The sticker is gone because it's been in my cargo pocket for my uniform. So good. Just so good and juicy. Okay, you guys, this is the final look. This is how I have been doing my makeup to go to work. Usually I have to work Monday through Friday. Sometimes I haven't had to do weekends lately, except for when I went to Spain. But I have to keep it fairly neutral. This is pretty toned down for me if you've seen some of my previous like bright colorful tutorials. Keep it nude, keep the lips nude, just nice and juicy with the lip gloss that goes on top of it. And it just, I'm still not sold on the no black liner in the waterline. I get it. I know a lot of people have been asking for that, but it's just a habit that I have been doing since like late middle school, early high school. It was black liner in the waterline, lip gloss, maybe mascara, and I was out the door. I will try and not be tempted to add black liner into the waterline. It's easy to not because I forget that I'm not looking in the mirror all the time. So I forget, and then I go to, use the restroom and I'm like, I forgot liner. I will fight the urge today. I will try so hard. But you guys, that is it for this video. Let me know your thoughts. Are there any more neutral or subtle makeup I should try out, or do you have to keep your makeup fairly neutral as well? I'm interested. Let me know down in the comments and I will talk to you guys down there. But you guys, thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell for notifications of new videos. And if you like this video, make sure you hit a big thumbs up. Until my next video, you guys, bye. I'll see you in the next one.